Pass me the aux, blow speakers up.
All right, we are live and direct. Past the AUX interview with the one and only OG Bri. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
See, you didn't got your shades on. You see how she trying to play around. She didn't got in her little mood and stuff. She didn't perform her single shit, which I'm not even gonna hold you. She had one of the most electrifying songs and performances up on there. Many bitches, because a lot of y'all are bitches. So let's go ahead and get into what inspired that, which a lot of y'all did. So let's go ahead and get into what inspired that song. We want to hear it live and direct.
Okay, so on Twitter, like last week, a DJ put up songs in 2003, and one of them was in the club, and I said, I have never been to a function where that song cranked. I'm 30. That song came out when I was 10. And I don't hang around any black women that like that song. And people try to invalidate my experience and say, it was played everywhere. Music is rooted in consumption. It's rooted in choice. Nobody's forcing me to listen to songs. And at 10 years old, I realized that song was for white people, and I didn't want to hear it. And that's facts, and nothing else will change that. Which came to many bitches.
Case closed. That's all I needed to hear. All right, y'all heard it live and direct. I think I actually saw your tweet now that we're putting everything together, just so that way I know I'm not going crazy. You're talking about in the club, right? Okay, I know exactly what she's talking about. So this should be a good follow-up question. You know, because I got what you were coming from in terms of that was for then. Mm-hmm. I have never heard this fit for now. So, like, let me ask you something. Like, as a DJ, what are some of the biggest misconceptions that you see people have going to the club and expecting music being played versus what you know the crowd is going to respond to? Like, what's one of the biggest misconceptions around that?
I think that the biggest misconception is that people don't realize that there is like a magnitude of lanes for DJing. And I think that like certain DJs like DJ in the hot spots, right, where they get like a lot of foot traffic. So you have to accommodate those crowds because there's a mixture of people like tourists, visitors, whatever. But then you have DJs that have like an aesthetic, right? So it's like me, I'm not going to play 50 Cent in the club because that goes against my aesthetic. My aesthetic is local, underground, new rap, trap music. I'm not going to accommodate nobody. And I think that a lot of people think DJs are supposed to read the crowd, depending on what venue you're in, depending on what you're paid to do. But I don't get paid to accommodate other people. I get paid to do what I'm good at, which is introducing people to new music, putting on local artists. Because how do you think In the Club got broke? By Funkmaster Flex, who is a New York DJ in New York by a New York artist. Okay, so how the fuck am I supposed to break other records if I don't play local music from my community, but you want me to play music from 20 years ago?
Nah, see, I wasn't prepared for all this. She's making a little bit too much facts for y'all. Y'all better stop playing with OG Bri like she ain't an OG, all right? Ski, you see me and you trying to see what's up. All right, so going into my next question, you know, with your times as a DJ, what is, I guess, what's the ick factor that you're looking for when playing a set?
I think, like, it's just new. I think people are so accustomed to, like, DJs that have, like, I feel like growing up, especially in college, you know, you'll have pockets. Like, the DJs will hit an R&B section, a trap section, you know, a go-go section, or like they DJ in pockets. Me, I don't DJ in pockets. Like I DJ off of like what I know is like the crowd's gonna be like, oh damn, I like that. Like if you're not Shazamming a song, if you're not asking me what the song is after a set, then I didn't do a good job. Like you should be coming up to me asking, hey, what was that song? It should not. I'm not here to put you in nostalgia, and I feel like we as Black people, we love nostalgia because it's shit that makes us feel good, but we have to create and make new experiences for ourselves in order for us to evolve and have new classics. So like, just like how I'm talking about In the Club right now, I want there to be a song from 2023 that we talk about in 2043. How I'm gonna do that if I'm still playing in the club? So that's my thing, like new shit. Like people should be asking me after the set, what song was that? Like, who was that? Like if people are not asking you after your set, me personally, you didn't do your job as the DJ then. You just did what other DJs do, which is play the same shit.
Let me tell y'all something about the rest of y'all DJs are putting everybody into nostalgia. OG Bri over here putting y'all on. All right, real class, real difference. All right, let me go ahead and end it on this last question. You know, you one of the obvious, most hardest working DJs within the area. For everybody that isn't already hip, what would you say is one of the most exciting things about the local DMV sound today?
I think that the reason that I love the local DMV music, sound, aesthetic, everything about it reminds me of the blog era. So like, you know, the Currencies, the Wiz Khalifas, the Mac Millers, the Charles Hamiltons, Lupe Fiasco, Wale, like that was like a pocket of music where you're like, oh my God, it's just different. It wasn't what you were hearing on the radio. And I think that like in real time right now, that's what the DMV reminds me of. It's just so much. Like you cannot say, people are like, I hate DMV rap, I hate the offbeat rap. That's just one. It's just one side of it. There's so many levels to this shit. So I think that that's the most beautiful part about it is that you can find any pocket that you want to, but you have to go and find it. And I think that we as consumers and as listeners don't take accountability for the work that we don't do. Like that's why they call it digging through the crates. That's why DJs have vinyls, records, and even back then you had LimeWire, you had Two Dope Boys, you had all these publications where you actually had to go and search for the music. And I feel like now we've been so comfortable, we've been so content with like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, promoting you what's paid for, promoting you what the labels are saying, hey, this is a new hit, we're gonna put it in your face. But you as a listener and a consumer, you have to do the work in order to find what you like. So don't ever discredit what you don't like because something that you like is out there, you have to find it and it may not be put in your face. But that's why I like the DMV because it's a melting pot of talent, of amazing, phenomenal artists. Even in Baltimore, like I'm from Delaware. And me being from Delaware, and I'm thinking like, oh, Maryland and D.C. is not that far. And hearing the disconnect between like D.C. and Baltimore, I'm like, y'all are fucking neighbors. Like, and y'all literally are just as fucking talented. So I think that that's the thing about it is that like the DMV music scene, you can literally get anything that you want to find, anything that you like, and it's up next. If not now, it's up next.
In other words, to sum it up, stop being lazy because the DMV music scene go crazy. It's me and the one and only OG Bri, live and direct. Pass the aux, man.